Happy July, everyone. July, you probably will start seeing Hallmark Christmas movies, and Hobby Lobby, I'm sure, has their vast array of Christmas decorations. But instead of doing Christmas in July, I decided to go to the attic and get the aluminum pole. It is now time for Festivus for the rest of us.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it.
Before we start with the traditional airing of grievances, I feel like we should probably introduce ourselves first, just in case someone is new to the show.
Yeah, so hello, one and all. My name is Sara.
And I'm Charity, and welcome to
Bobbleheads on the Dash.
Holiday edition.
Actually, speaking of holiday edition, if you didn't listen/watch our previous actual Christmas episode called Christmas Crab, take a listen to that just to get into the holiday spirit, and then you can come back and
as we air our grievances to the world.
Yeah. Gee, Charity, where did that idea come from?
Oh, I don't know. Have you heard of a show called Seinfeld?
It rings a bell. So yeah, they have this this weird official, unofficial holiday called Festivus, where they just it gives them an excuse to just complain, really. Mm-hmm. And so we figured it's the holidays, and
let's complain.
But instead of airing family grievances,
yeah, we want to keep our friends and family, so we're not going to air our dirty laundry out on YouTube. Yeah. So it's
generic human race. I have some problems.
More of a list of pet peeves, which is kind of the same thing without the personal jabs.
That's what I told Sherry before we started recording. I'm like, it's basically a pet peeve episode featuring Seinfeld, but then somehow we make cameo appearances with.
I would have loved to have a guest star role on a Seinfeld episode. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be.
Anything goes at Seinfeld.
That's true. The whole thing would be like, are they twins? And then we're like, no, we're not. We do everything exactly the same. And then
are they twins? Are they not twins? What's the deal with those sisters?
Yeah, that's the W plot in Seinfeld. So we have the weapon of mass destruction as the pole from the attic, and so we figure we'll go ahead and complain something. So we'll see how many we can do, and hopefully you can identify. Because a lot of this involves you, the human race, and we do have some problems with that. Because we never have problems. That's why we, the innocent few...
We're perfect, but y'all have some issues.
Yeah. So Sarah...
So number one, I feel like we can bring out the long scroll as it rolls across the floor.
So Sarah, the perfect one, I'll go ahead and...
Kick us off?
I'll kick us off with one that has bugged me for many years. People strategically leaving shopping carts in the middle of the parking lot.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah. Like, I've literally seen old ladies, not just you, but it's mainly old people, and they push the cart in hopes that it'll land somewhere, and sometimes it is right behind my car, or someone else's car, like they're playing shuffleboard with shopping carts. It doesn't make sense. The car corral is right there, but apparently they don't want to go through the effort of putting it in its proper place.
There's a comedian, and I don't recall which one it was, but he was saying, you can walk 10 miles around the store, gathering all your groceries and checking out, taking it all the way out to your car, but taking those last 20 steps to put the cart away is just too tiring.
Yeah.
Now, one caveat to this is probably...
a safety issue?
Well, if you're a mom with young kids and you've got your cart, you probably don't want to leave your newborn in the car seat by themselves.
I guess the issue is, though, where would you put it, though? Because it's still in the way of either.
Most people will put the cart in front of their car and then leave it. I'm just saying that's what happens.
Yeah. I guess... Okay, so minus, I guess, the caveat of being a parent, most people are just lazy and stupid and don't put the stuff away. And then they put it right in the middle, or right in the middle, whatever, and sometimes it's landed behind my car. And then they just drive away like, well, it's not my problem anymore, so then I have to get out the car, move their mess put it in the corral, which for a lot of times I park near a car corral as well. So the fact that they're like literally, like what Charity was saying, footsteps away, and then do that, you know, and so
everyone should probably just take the Aldi's approach, and then that way, because you got to carry a quarter in your pocket until the government decides that all coins are going to be. We started with the penny. Yeah. We know the nickel's next and the dime. But I was like, if we get to the quarters, all these are in trouble. Yeah. Because then you're like, how do I get a shopping cart? Unless you got to put your debit card. Hopefully you don't have to put your debit card in. That would be a terrible.
There'd be some kind of token you have to use.
Yeah, but then you got to go in and buy the Aldi's token. Anyway, we're.
Apparently we're treating grocery stores like it's Chuck E. Cheese now. And even then, Chuck E. Cheese don't even do tokens anymore.
But aside from the disclaimer that I mentioned, and maybe a couple more that if I really put my mind to it, I could probably think of.
Oh, yeah.
I am definitely team put your cart away.
So human race, just be a normal person. Don't slack off and don't put other people in harm's way for the sake of 2 feet away from a shopping cart. Just
put your carts away.
All right. Oh, I didn't hold my poll during that. Yes. Put the carts away. Okay.
Put your carts away.
That's the real reason for the poll.
Okay, here's mine.
You can hold your poll while I do that.
Mine is actually a 2-part. Oh. Yes, and it has to do with construction.
Oh, okay.
So
say no more.
It has to do with the same type of construction. So part 1. So there's construction on the road, and you know how sometimes you're driving, there's 2 lanes, and at some point it'll have to turn into 1 lane. Mm-hmm. Now, part 1 of my annoyance is that, you'll see the signs where it does that little, that orange sign where the road kind of like dents in, saying that it's going to become 1 lane. Now, usually there's about 3 signs leading up to the point where there's 1 lane, and people choose to ignore that sign, and they'll drive up instead of just falling back in line, knowing that, hey, we're about to go to 1 lane. They'll drive all the way up. And then they're trying to intercept it. And I'm like, no. You sit there and think about what you've done, because about 100 feet back, you saw the sign saying that, hey, we're about to go 1 lane. But no, you wanted to just zoom on up, and now you're trying to nose your way. And I'm like, nope. Not today. So that's part 1. But here's part 2, and I actually experienced this a couple weeks ago while I was on my way to the gym. So you know how I said that sometimes that orange sign that says, hey, we're about to go to 1 lane, you're supposed to have like 2 or 3 leading up to it, so that way you can warn people that, hey, now's the time to change lanes because your lane's about to run out. Well, here's what annoyed me is that there weren't any signs out. So I'm driving, and then right before the lane turns into 1, there was a sign where it was like, hey, you should change lanes. I'm like, that should have been...
Yeah, like miles back.
A block back where we could have had 3 of those signs. So I said, okay, now I need to change. But they didn't have that. So now you've got... And we're right next to a school zone. So now...
that's even worse.
Yeah, so now you got people trying to like get in and squeeze over. I'm like, had you warned us, at least half of us would have already been in that 1 lane. Yeah. So that's a 2-part where sometimes people don't change lanes, and then the other times we didn't know we had to change lanes.
Yeah.
So then put your signs out.
Yeah, and I'll do a part 3 to that, where, especially when we go on road trips, and there might be some construction ahead, but it's like 50 miles of cone way before you even get to, and I don't know if that's like regulation when you're driving in the middle of nowhere.
And as far as I can tell, the roads don't look terrible, so I'm like, you are purposely making us drive 40 miles an hour for like 20 minutes, messing up our drive time for these miles of cones that are going to be there for probably at least a year.
Yeah, if not longer.
Yeah, that's my thing. If you're going to do the construction, that's fine. I understand roads need to be fixed, but like, we don't need to block the road for an entire year before y'all start drilling. Like, let us drive and do our thing, and then, a week or 2 before, if you need to close the roads and do your things, fine. Go and drill to your heart's content, but like, we don't need a year of delays.
I'm sure construction workers are great, but your work, the way they arrange your working time makes no sense.
Oh, I'm sure their hands are tied. There's probably some king construction guy who's just like, you can't do the things.
But like reconstructed roads make no sense. Like if you guys live in Wichita, there's a very famous highway called Kellogg, and it's been under construction since we moved here like over 20 years ago. So at least since our existence,
probably up longer than
it
that.
probably was up longer. Probably since birth for us, it's been there, cones everywhere. And then finally around 2021, 22 or something like that, they finally completed it, and we're like, it's done. And then we get a news report, oh, we're gonna reconstruct it. So it's like, why fix something that's already been resolved just to keep doing stuff when there's worse streets out there that need fixing? Talk about the whole episode could just be Festivus Construction Edition, because man,
construction of us
for the rest of us. Let's see the automated subtitles try to fix that one.
Yeah. Okay, your turn for the next one.
Mine. Okay.
Do you have a non-construction grievance?
I do. What's funny is since you did yours in like Act 1, Act 2,
I know,
Act 3.
mine was definitely a two-parter.
Well, the next one I have was a two-parter too, which I should have included. So I mentioned the shopping carts blocking, cars in the parking lot. The other thing is shopping carts blocking the aisles inside the stores.
Oh my gosh.
Because people, I've always wanted to do like a sketch about this. I liken shopping almost like to driving.
Yes.
Because you need to stay in your lane, stop straddling and merging in between, and stay where you need to be to get milk, produce, whatever.
And if you need something from across the lane, you stay in the right lane with your cart, you go across, get your item, come back to your cart and put it in. Yeah. Because you're talking about people like going diagonalize. They're like, we're gonna take the whole aisle.
Or they're in the middle of the aisle, like smack dab in the middle, so you can't really. There's not enough room for you to go around them. And then they're on there just sitting there like, what brand of toothpaste should I get? There's so many. There's Crest. And there's Colgate. Ooh, special whitening. I'm like,
get out of the way.
And the thing is, like, it's just enough room for me to get through. It's only like maybe 5 seconds so I can kind of merge out, or it's just that, And a lot of times, if you guys know me, I'm actually pretty. I think I'm pretty low maintenance, and I think I have a really good threshold of not getting annoyed. But everyone has a breaking point, right?
And apparently the breaking point is grocery stores, shopping carts, and oblivious people who apparently it's their first day on Earth.
That's what we'll do. It's going to turn into a jousting tournament.
We just need to bring the Festivus pole with us when we go grocery shopping.
Yeah. Hey, move it!
When people annoy us.
So yeah. So I guess there really was something. Thanks, Seinfeld. So that's my two-parter. So blocking outdoors and indoors for grocery stores.
Okay, so my next grievance has to do with people being inconsiderate.
Oh, that's basically what we're talking about for this whole episode.
Which is a whole long list. So this was a couple months ago. We were driving downtown.
Oh, let's do this at the same time.
Let's both push up our glasses. Oh my gosh, why are we the same? We were both driving downtown, and we were trying to attend some event. And we drove around and around and around, and we couldn't find a parking spot. And eventually, we just ended up going home because we literally spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out where to go. And we even looked at some of the farther parking spots. We were like, well, we can walk, that's fine, but those were taken up too. But one of the places that we passed, because downtown parking is so precious now, there was a guy that apparently I don't know what kind of car it was. It was, his fancy expensive car.
Oh,
he took two parking spaces and he parked right in the middle down the center. Yeah. And so that's just rude. Like, here's the thing. You're obviously rich because you have a fancy car. So my thought is this. Yeah. If you're rich, you should just keep your fancy car for fancy occasions. So if you're going out to a nice dinner or like I don't know, a convention or something like that where like you got to impress the other people or you're doing fancy things, whatever that is, then of course take your nice car. Most likely wherever you're going, there's probably valet parking or whatever, like take the car. But if you're just going downtown for like a small event, or if you're going to the grocery store, or where was I the other day? Because I saw this the other day.
It happens at regular stores too.
And like I wasn't going to someplace fancy. So I'm like, if you're going to non-fancy places, you should just have a spare regular car, like a Toyota or something.
A spare car?
Yeah, like, because you're rich, right? So you don't want people to scratch your fancy car. Fine, I get it. Keep your fancy car for fancy things. But if you're running up to the market to get a jug of milk, don't bring the Aston Martin. Don't take up 4 parking spaces because you're like, well, I don't want someone to scratch my car. Well, the people who are probably going to scratch your car are there, so drive the spare car.
Yeah. So
that way, if someone does mess with your car, like leaving their shopping cart and leaving a dent in the back of your car, you know, sorry Toyota, it doesn't matter. Your spare car gets the brunt of it, and then the Aston Martin is fine.
Yeah. I have another one. This is definitely a me thing. I guess they all are, but it's become more and more of a pet peeve now. People that don't project their voices, especially when there's a microphone present. We've been used to being in front of the camera and in front of crowds. It's a learned trait for sure, but I guess it just becomes second nature now to project our voice, even if we are holding a microphone. But I think what bugs me is that with the aid of a microphone, why are you still talking so softly that we can't hear you?
Well, a lot of people who do that, like I was always taught to hold the microphone like kind of at your chest level. There's some people that will hold it at their belly button, and so that's
or there's some that they kind of like hold it like this. I'm like, your mouth is right here, not like that. Why are you holding
talk
it
with
like
their
this?
hands, and so they're like, yeah, we were over here and over there. It's like put the mic back.
Yeah,
that's why it's better to have the lapel, because that way your hands are free.
Put the mic in your less dominant hand. Especially for me, since I'm left-handed, I can hold the mic with my right hand, so I can gesture with my. This really shouldn't be rocket science. It really shouldn't be. And I used to be kind of forgiving of that, but I feel like we've been doing this for decades now. Why has this not? Why do people don't think like that? Again, I'm not saying we have to learn the inner workings of a microphone in order to talk loud. But proximity is a thing.
We need the old Price is Right microphone. So that way, even if someone does hold it at their belly button, the neck of the microphone is still going to reach your mouth.
Oh,
that's
I
what
like
we
that.
need. Yes.
In order to go forward, we must go back.
We must go back. Price is Right. Come on down. You are the soft-spoken person who can't use a regular mic.
And they're like, oh.
Oh, okay. So piggybacking off of that, here's the funniest thing, and no offense, because we actually have some friends who are very soft-spoken, and I know y'all try your best to project. The funniest thing about y'all is that you think you're projecting, but you're not. The only thing you do is raise your eyebrows. That's so funny where somebody's talking, and we're like, "Can you speak up? I can't hear." And then you go like this.
Yeah, the wider the eyes, the louder
your eyebrows go up, your eyes open a little bit wider, and then to you, that's you projecting. It's like, no, your voice is still at a tiny little whisper. A lot of the things that we do involve our senior friends. So if we're doing Senior Wednesday presentation or something historic or whatever, a lot of people in our senior group are hard of hearing now. And so you have to learn to project a little bit. But the funny thing about projecting is that you can't look like you're shouting. Because then it looks like you're shouting.
Yeah, it looks like you're yelling at someone like, listen!
So you have to project conversationally. I guess it's like your theater voice.
Oh, like, that's a good way,
Yeah, if you actually... Like, if you have people who are actors and in theater, if you get a chance to watch them rehearse, and like sit in the front row, or if you get a chance to actually like be on stage, it's actually amazing to watch them be able to project and speak loudly
without yelling at people.
And still keep it natural and conversational. Because if you're in the audience looking at them, it's like, oh, Bobby and Susan are having a talk on the couch. But like they're sitting on the couch talking to each other, but they're still having to project. So like if you were actually on stage looking at them, you'd be like, why are y'all yelling? But when you're out in the audience, you're like, oh, they're just talking. So that's actually really cool to observe. But Projecting, it's something I guess that you have to learn. It's kind of funny that what I'm about to say next actually has to do with what we were talking about. And that's for people who aren't able to gauge personal space and personal distance and actually stand a little bit too close, right? And so...
Yeah, the opposite of TV space.
So if you are watching TV, like Law and Order is famous for this, where they're walking, they're talking about the case or whatever. If you actually look, it looks normal for wherever they're sitting or standing. Yeah. But in TV space, if I were going to talk to Sarah, I would actually be kind of like this. Yeah. And that way you can get us in that frame. And I'm like, hey, Sarah, look at the papers for the case.
Oh, now, look at that.
Yeah. Now, in reality, if I'm all up in Sarah's grill, she'd be like, get off of me. Like, even sitting at this table, we're actually closer than what we would be if we were going to be standing. So, like, TV space is different. Regular space is different. When you're standing next to someone and talking, there's kind of a natural space that you're going to have in between. Now, a lot of this is dependent on where you're at. So, like, if you're in just like a restaurant or something, like there's the natural space of where you're seated. Or maybe you're in more an enclosed space. Maybe you're on a bus or a subway or something. You know, that space closes in. But no matter where you're at, the room that you're in kind of gauges the space that you're supposed to be. Yeah. But let's say we're in a bigger room, maybe like we're at the library. Yeah. But if we're talking and I'm like this, talking to you, especially like if we're standing close to each other and you either see me take a step back or you see me kind of go like this.
And then you start leaning forward like, oh, are we getting closer now?
Yeah, if I take a step back, don't take a step forward. Like people who aren't aware, and I know there's a whole bunch of reasons why a person wouldn't be aware, and so I take that into consideration, but like I don't know what to do with those people. I may be backing up because your breath stank.
Yeah.
Also, okay, since we're talking about bad breath, this has happened to me so many times in a theater where where we're seated and I can't escape anywhere. And I know a lot of people, when they get theater tickets, they make it a night of it. So, you know, they and their sweetheart gonna go out for din-dins and then gonna go to the theater. You know, great. Love that date night idea. Love that for you. But if you get the burps in between.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how many music theater Wichita performances where I was like, this is great, I'm so excited, we're gonna see Hello Dolly, and then I get seated next to someone who's like,
oh, yes.
all night long, and like, literally, the thought right now, I have a gag right here, the thought of like, breathing in someone's old Chicago pizza breath, or
anything that involves like garlic,
Newport Grill fish sauce or whatever. I'm just like, dude, take something beforehand. They'll not only burp, they'll go.
Oh my
God! Then they'll breathe it out. Okay, and so this is one of the things in my purse, if I'm able to just bring it in with me, because some people do bag checks now. But usually in my purse, I have a little travel size perfume that I got from Bath and Body Works. That I got from, I don't spray it. I would love to spray them. That I got from Bath and Body Works many years ago. And like when I smell that, I'll just spray it like on my hand, and then I'll just kind of like sit like this for a while, or I'll spray it on my shirt, and I'll do something, because I'm like, I'm not gonna smell your garlic and onions all night long while you decide to breathe it into aisle HJ or whatever. Like, no, figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out, or keep some mints on you.
Yeah, mint, gum, whatever.
Keep some Tums on you. Fix the heartburn. Fix the gas. Like, if you know you are prone to that type of reaction to after you eat, like, bring your whatever meds and over-the-counter stuff with you. Bring that with you.
So, I know not everyone can spell.
I know where this is going.
But I feel like there's certain, I don't know, sometimes there's certain words that I'm like, you really didn't know how it's spelled. So yeah, we always have the your and two and two and two and all that. That's going to always be an issue. For some reason, it's the word whoa. And not woe is me, W-O-E. It's like, whoa. W-H-O-A. Not W-O-A-H. It's not Woah.
Woah's Ark? You can say the same
Woah's
thing
art.
for the word yeah, because some people will put Y-E-A
Yeah.
instead of Y-E-A-H.
Yeah, yay. And that's only because we read the Bible.
Yeah. Instead of, yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah. That's like the Jesus statue. He's like...
But yeah.
Fear no evil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, there's certain words, but for some reason the word whoa, I think even when I was little, that has always bugged me. That I think because once I saw how it was spelled, I feel like there's certain words, once you see it, you're like, okay, I will always remember that.
Made me think of like W combined with homeowners association, like the HOA. Is that a helpful hint, or is that making it more complicated?
I mean, if it helps one person out there.
If you've heard nothing we've said this entire show, woe is spelled W-H-O-A.
The other thing is how certain words are pronounced. For me, it's how people say words that have double letters, usually with 2 T's. Like kitten, mitten, And
oh, you want them to say kitten and mitten?
No, I mean, they can say that, or kind of like when I say kitten. Now, I know you don't really hear the T's, but you know it's there. I hate it when people say kitten. I see so many videos online, oh, I got a new kitten, or button. Oh my gosh, button frustrates me so much. I don't understand why they say it like it's 2 words, button. And I just feel like either say button or button. And maybe that's a regional thing, maybe that's a dialect thing, maybe that, I don't know. But that's just something that irks me.
It seems very like teenager-y girl.
Maybe. And then there's people my age.
But maybe people just don't grow out of it.
But there's people, yeah, maybe, because I'm like, okay, you're like my age. You're way too old to be talking like that.
So if you're 40 and up, don't go around saying button and kitten. Grab my mitten.
Yeah, it's always it's the double T. It's the double T words. There might be others like that, and I just don't understand why you would divide it like that. Again, a very specific pet peeve by Sara.
That is really specific.
But man, that's always gotten to me.
I feel like I need to take the Festivus pole away from me because she's just like
I have it.
She's like,
no, if it was that, I'd be like,
the next person that says button
is gonna get a mouthful of Festivus fish. So that's my 2-parter is whoa and the double T's.
Okay, well I will end with something that I know we have both experienced growing up. I started getting this in kindergarten. And that's dumb questions about being black. And
when you said dumb questions, I'm like, again, the full episode.
Well, yes, dumb questions in general. We could have a podcast just on that topic.
Yeah.
But this one is specifically about our hair or our skin.
Makeup.
90s, early 2000s, we didn't have... You had to look stuff up in the encyclopedia and go to the library, Dewey Decimal System,
the old caveman days.
Right. But now, we have a world of knowledge at our fingertips, and yet you still choose to ask me dumb questions like, do black people wear makeup?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was one of our junior high teachers asked if black people wear makeup. Now, like I said, pre-internet. However, have you ever been to the store? There's a whole aisle dedicated to black makeup, in darker colors. Usually the shades start with like ebony or mahogany or something like that. Or if you watch TV or watch movies, are you telling me you've never seen a black person on your screen that has makeup? Black news reporters, black singers, black actors, all of those people, you're saying
None of them have worn makeup. None of them fix their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or that they're just born with a naturally made up face. No. People have makeup. Right now, both of our hair is out, but usually during the summer we'll have our hair in braids. And it could be regular natural colored, so it could be brown or black, or sometimes you've seen us before, we do fun colors, pinks, greens, blues, stuff like that. And so I remember one lady, I was in an elevator going up, and she decided that her elevator pitch was going to be about my hair. She looks me dead in my face and says, "Did you paint your hair?"
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like the concept of coloring your hair in whatever form or fashion shouldn't be lost on you. So we can do the same thing, it's just going to be different colors, or it's a wig, or it's extensions, you know. But like, if you look at someone who's got a different color hair, you're going to think that I'm going to go to Walmart and get my watercolor circle.
Or go to the paint
like,
section and just dip it in the bucket.
Yeah.
You know? That's not a question like a 5-year-old would say.
Yes.
Not a full grown adult.
This woman was definitely 5 plus about 60.
Yeah.
So, you know.
40.
Yeah, she was definitely a retiree. So, like, why would you ask me that? And then there's the general questions. Do black people wash their hair? Yes, we wash our hair. Are we washing it every single night? No, because we don't have to.
Yeah.
And we don't need to, and that would actually damage our hair. We've got different hair oils and different things that we put in to make sure that our scalp is clean and moisturized. Mm-hmm. There's different things that you put on the hair itself to make sure that it's smooth and silky. There's different treatments you can do. So it wouldn't make sense for me to go through all that trouble to put all of those products in my hair.
Just to wash it out.
Right. Yeah. Like, that would be expensive. That'd be a waste of time. And it takes a couple hours to do our hair.
At least salons that mainly work with more Caucasian people, I'm glad they're starting to focus more on the ethnic hair, but you need to do a little bit better.
Practice.
Yeah, you do need more practice. So please start doing that more. And I mean, different other types of hair. You know, I'm curious. I mean, yes, I know white girls have different, you know, straight, curly, whatever. You know, black hair. I'm sure Asian hair has different types. So
yeah.
it's
Asian hair, Hispanic hair, mixed.
Yeah.
You know, if you're, you know, black and white, or black and Hispanic, or Asian and black. I mean, there's a whole.
You need to learn how to work with different textures of hair. I mean. So that way it's not just one, I only know how to do one type.
Within the white community, if you are aware that you have different types of hair, wouldn't it make sense that other people have different types of hair that you need to learn?
What I don't like is when someone does, hey!
Oh! Please look, but don't touch.
Yeah, don't just automatically touch someone's hair and be like, how do you do... I don't touch your... I'm not going to be like, why is it so curly?
Yeah, this is not a petting zoo. Please do not feed the animals.
So ask me the questions, that's fine, but you don't have to confirm by touching the hair.
And here, I made the talk about hair care, and that there's certain oils and stuff that we put in our hair. So what happens... And it's
and then they accidentally touch
they touch your hair, and then they're like, ew, you know? Like, okay, first of all, nobody asked you to touch. Second of all, especially like with my hair, because it's so thick, the first day of putting various oils in my hair, yes, my hair is oily, but I assure you, by the end of the day or by the next morning, my hair has soaked it all up just because it's so thick. But if you're gonna come fresh out and like putting your nasty hair, also, I don't know where your hands have been, and I know some of y'all, because I see you in the bathroom and you don't wash your hands.
100%.
So you're going to tell me you're going to wipe your boom boom and then going to try to touch my hair?
That was actually another one of my grievances. Wash your hands. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You would think that 2020 has taught us that we should be clean. Y'all was really good about cleaning in 2020 and 2021 when there were signs up everywhere and you were scared of the germs touching you.
It just shows you were always like that. And then you decided to change for like a couple years and then revert back to your old ways.
Yeah, and now that we're out of the pandemic, we're just like, oh, anything goes.
See, Festivus, wash your hands, don't touch our hair, spell words correctly, fix construction, put your shopping cart away. What else? I think that was the main bits.
I think we got them all.
Stop burping in theaters.
Oh, fix the parking situation
fix
downtown.
The parking. And we'll be happy, healthy people in an unhappy, unhealthy world.
I feel like we just ended our term paper. In conclusion,
let me say, after I wrote my 500-page dissertation of the human race.
Well, anyway, we will end this with Happy Christmas in July, or for those who celebrate Festivus, for the rest of us.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again for Christmas because
We have more
We
grievances.
have more.
There's always more grievances that needs to be aired.
So we would love to hear some of yours, and I know you've got some problems. Or not, well, no, we don't have problems, but I know you have some issues, and you want to tell it to us. So please contact us. We're available on all the different platforms. So again, you found us on YouTube. We're also available on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at We Harmon Sisters. So yeah, let's just air it out in the open, shall we?